Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to Mr. Grable in our Grade 3 ELA class where we read collections, this time called Tales, Princesses, Peas, and Enchanted Trees. And the tale is called The Lad Who Went to the North Wind. Retold by Anne Rockwell, illustrated by Kim Lefebvre. Here we go. Once upon a time there was a widow who had one son, and he went out to the storehouse to fetch some oatmeal for cooking. But as he was coming back to the house, there came the north wind, puffing and blowing. The north wind caught up the oatmeal and blew it away. Then the lad went back to the storehouse for more. But no sooner had he come outside than the north wind came and blew away the oatmeal with just one puff. Worse yet, the wind did it a third time. At this, the lad got very angry, as he thought it mean that the north wind should behave so. He decided he'd go and find the north wind and ask him to give back the oatmeal. I wonder if the north wind will give it back. Ooh. So off he went. But the way was long, and he walked, but at last he came to the north wind's house. "Good day," said the lad. "Thank you for coming to see us yesterday." "Good day," answered the north wind in a loud, gruff voice. "Thanks for coming to see me. What do you want?" "Oh," said the lad, "I only wish to ask you to be so kind as to let me have back that oatmeal you took from me. For my mother and I haven't much to live on. If you're to go on snapping up every morsel we have, we'll starve." "I haven't got your oatmeal," said the north wind. "But if you are in such need, I'll give you a cloth that will give you all the food you want if you will only say, 'Cloth, cloth, spread yourself and serve up a good dinner.'" With this, the lad was happy. But as the way was so long, he couldn't get home in one day. So he stopped overnight at an inn. He went to sit down to supper, and he laid the cloth on a table and said, "Cloth, cloth, spread yourself and serve up a good dinner." And the cloth did. Oh, wow. Look at that. There it is. Ooh, good dinner. Everyone at the inn thought this was a most wonderful thing. But most of all, the landlady. So when everyone was fast asleep, she took the lad's cloth and put another in its place. It looked just like the one the lad had got from the north wind. But it couldn't serve up even a bit of stale bread. When the lad woke, he took his cloth and went home to his mother. "Now," he said, "I've been to the north wind's house, and a good fellow," Now, he said, "I've been to the north wind's house, and a good fellow he is. he gave me this cloth. And when I say to it, cloth, cloth, spread yourself and serve up a good dinner, I can get all the food I want. Seeing is believing, said his mother. I shan't believe it until I see it. So the lad made haste and laid the cloth on the table. Then he said, cloth, cloth, spread yourself and serve up a good dinner. But the cloth served up nothing, not even a bit of stale bread. Well, said the lad, there is nothing to do but to go to the north wind again. And away he went. Oh boy, I wonder if he'll find out what the problem was. Let's find out. Here he goes. Dun dun. So, he walked and he walked. And late in the afternoon, he came to where the north wind lived. Good evening, said the lad. Good evening, said the north wind in a loud, gruff voice. I want my rights for that oatmeal of ours you took, said the lad. As for the cloth I got from you, it isn't worth a penny. I've got no oatmeal, said the north wind, but I'll give you a goat that gives 4 golden coins whenever you say to it, Goat, goat, make me some money. So the lad thought this a fine thing, but it was far too far to get home that day. So he turned in for the night at the same inn where he had slept before. Uh-oh. When he was settled, he tried out the goat the north wind had given him and found it all right. But when the landlord saw the goat give 4 golden coins, he changed it for an ordinary goat while the lad slept. Oh boy. You know what's going to happen. The next morning, off went the lad. When he got home, he said to his mother, What a good fellow the north wind is. Now he has given me a goat that gives 4 golden coins whenever I say, Goat, goat, make money. All very true, I dare say, said his mother, but I shan't believe it until I see the gold coins made. Goat, goat, make money, said the lad. But the goat didn't. So the lad went back to the north wind and got very angry. For he said the goat was worth nothing and he must have his oatmeal back. Well, said the north wind, I've nothing else to give you except that old stick in the corner. But it's a stick that if you say, stick, stick, lay on, lays on until you say, stick, stick, now stop. So, as the way was long, the lad turned in for the night at the same inn. Oh. By now, he pretty well guessed what had become of the cloth and the goat. So he lay down on the bed and began to snore, pretending to be asleep. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Now the landlord, who was sure the stick must be worth something, found one just like it When he heard the lad snore, he was going to exchange the two. But just as he was about to take the stick, the lad yelled out, "Stick, stick, lay on!" So the stick began to beat the landlord, and the landlord jumped over tables, chairs, and benches, and yelled and roared, "Oh my, oh my! Bid the stick be still, and you shall have both your cloth and your goat." So the lad said, "Stick, stick, now stop." Then he took the cloth, put it in his pocket, and went home with the stick in his hand, leading the goat by a rope. And so he got his rights for the oatmeal he had lost, and if he didn't live happily ever after, that's not the fault of either you or me. There's some crazy stories in here, but they're interesting and sometimes fun to read. Have a great day. Bye-bye.